Good afternoon, everybody. Rise and shine. It is St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. My name is Coach Lacey. Welcome to Rise and Shine with Morning Moon. It's Monday afternoon. I hope you had a fabulous weekend, and we are just getting right into it this morning. This morning. It's been a good day. It's been a good weekend, and it's just so beautiful out. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so that you can always be notified of when I go live Monday through Friday here at Wellness with Watson and Rise and Shine with Morning Moon. You can make sure to follow us on Facebook at Rise and Shine with Morning Moon and anchor in with your daily Foundations of Wellness checklist, and make sure that you don't get lost to the gravity of life. It's Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Today we're going to talk about some real shit. As always, I had such a great weekend. It was so good. And I went to the Taquillo Project with a friend of mine at Snowy Owl Theater, and it was so absolutely fabulous. If you haven't heard of the Taquillo Project, look them up on YouTube. Drums. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing. It's fabulous. And we were just dreaming together about her studio. I am assisting with the marketing portion of the new Humblebee Collective Bee Motion Studio, and we're so excited. It's going to be super cool. Got this mountain meadow vibe to it. It's going to be awesome. So if you haven't heard of Taquillo Project, follow them, go look them up. So awesome. And that brings me to the topic of today. Here I am drinking my nasty Starbucks, but couldn't resist the lavender mocha today. I don't usually like to drink things like that, but got me. It got me. It got me. It's all about balance here at Morning Moon, and as long as I'm not drinking one of those every day, we should be okay. I'm very thrilled about the plastic cup, though, I have to say. Anywho, today I want to talk about friendship. I had a moment this weekend where I was so thankful for my friends and thankful for my friendship and thankful for the people that I'm surrounded with. It made me think about those times that I was feeling like an outcast. I grew up in Wyoming, as most of you know, and I've always been just a little bit different. Um, And by that, I don't mean the like fun, we're different kind that everybody embraces. By that, I mean the like triggering kind of different, the outcast, the fringe dweller. I've always been I've been a fringe dweller, and I jump from circle to circle. I don't actually belong in any one clique, really. And so it's left me in the past before I really grew up into myself, and into my matured spiritually. It used to really bother me feeling like an outcast and feeling judgment from other people. And so today I really want to talk about friendships and feeling like an outcast, judgments both from others and within ourselves, because that's huge. And then how we actually grow into our purpose. How did I grow out of the judgment of others? Like, that is huge. And I had a realization this weekend that I truly just don't care what people think about me. And I'm here to fulfill God's purpose. And that has so much freedom to it that I realized that the way that I see the world has shifted drastically. And it was because I started taking personal responsibility, and I stopped assuming that everything was everyone else's fault. And I got out of my own ego. And basically, I looked in the mirror that I didn't want to look in, right? And I had a situation this weekend. Well, actually, it was last week that it all started. And I was really been reflecting on the blessings and the purpose I have in my life. And there's been a few moments in the last week or so where I've encountered people and their energy was off to me. And I thought we had really great friendship, but I could sense something was different. And it really made me reflect on the purpose that I have of my own in my own life, and some friendships that I have. And some of them, they just don't fade away. They actually get squeezed out like a zit. You get just like popped like a zit out of situations. And I really honestly think that God does this on purpose because when we start to spiritually mature, people who don't align can't hold on to us and they can't even hold on to themselves. And it used to be that I thought that it was me and I didn't fit in because people were judgmental. There's something wrong with me. Um, or there was something wrong with them. And I remember going to like, for example, church camp. Christians, I'll use Christians as an example because you would never have caught me in a group of Christians, like of Christian people going to church, a small group. And the life I live now, young me would have been appalled by, which is wild because I used to have this understanding of Christians, even though my family was very Christian, that they were judgmental. I used to really get triggered by Christians, and I used to really feel like an outsider. And here I am, years later, fully immersed in God's presence and realizing I was the judgmental one. It was me all along. I mean, sure, there's always like those surface judgments from some people, but I was judging this group as a whole, and it affected how I would show up when I would be in social situations. Because I felt so outcasted that I experienced rejection, I just assumed people saw me as too much or like too intense or just flat out weird. And I would let those stories define me. Like I remember being called gothic in second grade by these girls who are now my friends. And I was just, or they would say that I was a witch, and because I have dark hair and light skin, and people would, I was beautiful. I was a beautiful, quiet, sweet girl, and I was tortured relentlessly by other girls who were not as quiet as me, and maybe they had a little bit of, jealousy of how I was looking or something. But that's never been something I've ever considered until I've gotten older. And then when I see it happening to my daughter, I'm like, well, I see what's happening here. I see what's happening here. But I, as a teenager and as a young person, you don't think about these things. And I felt outcasted because I expected rejection. I've always just expected rejection. So when people reject me now, it's like, oh, par for the course. Like, who cares? Good. Join the club of haters because I have plenty of people who love me. But back then, I was bothered endlessly by it. I just wanted to be loved. And I would always assume that people just saw me as too much or too intense or just weird. And it was always just too much, the too muchness of my life. And I just let those stories define me. And they just defined who I was. And when I think back to who I used to be growing up, and it just really makes sense. All of these phases I went through made sense. And in school, I was made fun of, like I said, for being gothic. I wasn't even gothic. I just had dark hair and light skin. And so, I was just made fun of for being different. I didn't even know what that meant, but I felt it. So eventually I leaned into it. Goth phase, check. You got it. I was the like literally the most goth person in my town. Like me. That was it. You think I'm weird? Watch me double down. I'm gonna be weird. If you think I'm weird, hell yeah, I'm weird. I'm the weirdest motherfucker there is. You damn right. So I let these stories define me, right? And I remember one time that like I think I was at barter fair and I was getting a reading done and someone told me my spirit animal was a spider. And I was like, no, like how on earth could you say that my spirit animal's a spider? Ew, ew. Like what? I hate spiders. And I've thought about it over the years and I'm like, damn, son. That was actually spot the F on because spiders freak people out. I freak people out. I freak people out. Spiders are misunderstood and most of them are harmless. I'm hella misunderstood and most of the time I'm harmless. Now, if you get in my space, I'm gonna Black Widow your ass, but like most of the time I'm pretty harmless. And actually spiders are really helpful. Like they're essential. Like they are essential and they weave intricate webs, moving seamlessly between light and dark. They aren't afraid of shadows, they know their purpose is creation. They know their purpose is creation. Isn't that so profound? Like spiders, they like weave in and out and they create and they destroy and they are just such a they're just such a profound creature. And when I really think about it, damn, if it isn't true, the spider is my spirit animal. And that blows my mind. So I don't actually kill spiders unless they're near my bed or in the shower or near the toilet. I won't kill them. I'll just pet them out because I've got a soul connection to the spider, and that really, this stuck with me. And this made me think about, misunderstandings. The spider, it's so misunderstood, such a misunderstood creature. And that's me. I'm misunderstood. And recently I found out somebody that I really love and care about, who I thought was one of my really good friends. One of the women I truly care for, and I've thought was I literally thought she was one of my best friends. And we had this instance where we were all at a table together doing some work, and you could feel the energy was off. Like everyone was flowing and the leaders were all there, but that one was just out. It was off, and it wouldn't flow. And I could feel this really dark energy coming at me, this really dark, nervous, intimidate, this just really energy. And later on, I found out that she said that she didn't like me. And I'm like, bro, number one, come to me and say something. Whoa, where's your cojones, son? Because honestly, I'm the queen of feedback. If you got feedback, you could probably say damn near anything to me. Damn near, damn near. And I'll probably just look at you like you're a child that you are. I don't unless it really affects me, and I agree, yeah, I need to work on that. And even if I do need to work on that, and it's something that I'm doing that I need to work on, I don't ever take anything personally. I don't really don't take much personally. There's not much that I take personally, especially when it comes from other women. When stuff comes from other women, I'm out. If it's hateful, I literally the children that you are, that's how I feel, because um I just feel it coming. Like I said, I'm not shocked by people not liking me. It's I don't care. Join the club. I got plenty of people who love me. So, and I can always tell when someone likes what I do, but they don't actually like me, and for the longest time, I would let that get to me. They want your good work, but they don't think you as a person are worth much, or you haven't had the experiences they've had, or whatever it is, the judgments that people hold, but they don't actually see that your story is your own and the things you've walked through. um and so I don't let things get to me, and I don't question my worth because of someone else's skewed opinion on who I am. They don't know what I've been through. Vice versa, I don't know what they've been through. So that's why I give grace. Grace is a huge factor of who I am. And if you have wronged me, chances are I'm going to forgive you. I mean, that's what Christians do. And that's what I just do. And that's who I am. And I'm super solid in myself. I know my people. I know my purpose. I know who I belong to. I know who my father is. I'm a child of Christ. I don't need the approval of people, especially mean girls who think they're cooler than everyone, that are just trying to be a replica of the same exact thing over and over again. I'm not a replica, and I never will be. So, some people are just blinded by the light. And when someone stands in their power, radiating unapologetic passion, it's blinding if you're not ready for it. It's blinding. And I'm sorry, too bad. So sad. I don't care. So, people adjust their vision or they don't. They might see the beauty in what you have to offer or what I have to offer, or they don't. And who cares? God bless them. God bless you, honey. Bye. Bye. Don't come back around saying you want to be my friend. You can apologize, but after that little thing, um, after once someone has said to somebody else they don't like me, and then they try to be friends with me, I will accept the apology and I'll say, yeah, and I'll forgive them and it's good. And I don't hold any grudges, but the door to the party is closed. Like you cannot enter Cartman land. We ain't going there no more. Like you can't come to my life, can't come to the party if you don't like me. Like you just can't. So if things start happening in my life that are good, you won't be a part of it. Too bad. Like I don't hang out with people who don't value me in my, especially during my hardest times in my life, right? So, I've been really sitting with myself and what I have to offer the world, and like and that verse, the God will restore all the years the locust has eaten. I have been through so much shit that I have caused for myself, and I have gone through so much shit that just has happened that I had nothing to do with, that it's time for my life to have a little blessing. But for that to happen, I have to pour into others and I have to give my gifts to others. And I really had this revelation the other day about Aquarius, the water bearer. Oh my God. Like I'm always been like, what is my sign? What is the point of my sign? I don't get it. Like, please don't get it. Like, I don't connect to this. I know Aquarians are weird, like, whatever. I connect to that. I connect to everything about the Aquarius except for the water bearer. I'm like, I never got it. Never got it. This week I got it because my cup's finally full and I can hold the water. I can take it to my family. I can pour into them. I can go get more water and pour into those around me. I finally get it. The water bearer. Oh my God, so profound. Our purpose is to pour into others. But first, we have to learn to carry our own water. Oh, for so long, I was tripping over my own feet, spilling water all over the place, desperate to quench everyone else's thirst while I'm dying of dehydration because I can't hold my water. Holy mother. But now, whew, I've balanced my water pot. God is behind me. Like, Jesus' hands on my hands, helping balance the water pot so that I can go get more water for others and pour in. I can move home without spilling a drop. I can pour into my family, and I can go back to the well and bring water for others. That is the purpose of the Aquarius. Oh my God, so profound. So profound. That pouring into others is the real secret of life. It's the secret to everything. It's like the secret. This is why we lose people along the way. Some people only want to take from the well without learning to carry their own pot. They want you to carry their pot. My mom always says, carry your own backpack. Like they want you to carry their backpack. You got to carry your own backpack. You got to carry your own pot. And the people that are meant to be in your life and the meant that are aligned with you and meant to be there and grow and flow together and build something bigger than yourselves, those people are going to meet you at the water hole and they're going to be ready to pour back into your pot, and together we will share an abundance and quench that thirst. So I want you to sit with this today. Like, how are you carrying your water? Are you carrying your water, or are you relying on others to fill your cup? And have you experienced rejection? And if you're used to experience rejection, are you expecting rejection? Or do you show up fully without the assumption and just know rejection will come, and if it comes, let it go like water off a duck's back? And when was the last time that you checked that you were the judgmental one? Have some compassion for others. We don't know what other people are going through. You have no idea. They could have a big smile on their face, at church or at work, and pretend all day long and get home and just bust down and cry, or numb out, whatever it is. You have no idea what people are going through. So be kind. It's not all about you. It's not all about me. Get rid of me and start thinking about we. Start sitting at tables that nourish your spirit. Start sitting with the people that nourish you and fill your cup. Fill their cup too. Are you hungry when you leave that table? Are you starving? Maybe you need to surround the table with some different people. Like maybe you need some new friends. Maybe you need a new community. Sit at different tables. Try different meals. And who in your life is being squeezed out like a zit? Who's being popped out like a zit? Are you resisting? Are you trying to like patch it up? Or are you just allowing it? Sometimes people aren't always meant to be in your life in this season. And you can forgive people, but you don't have to let them in fully. Listen, if someone gets squeezed out of your life, don't chase them. Don't try to squeeze them back in. Just trust the divine reshuffling and the divine design. There's a calling on your life. And if you are living life in accordance to his purpose and you are showing up in the world in a way that is reflective of that and you're anchoring in every day to your foundations. Hi, have you anchored into your foundations this morning? Pick one, pick a foundation, anchor in, work your way down the list. The goal is all 8. If you don't make the goal, that's okay. We're building our foundation so that when it gets cracked, we can still grow, right? Not everyone is meant to sit at your table. Not everyone is meant to walk with you in your next chapter. You might be walking alone. You might have some new people following you. As leaders, we are a link in a chain. We don't lead without following, and we don't have followers without leading. So we're a link in the chain. We have to be following something. What are you following? Who are you following? Are you following a human? Are you following Christ? Are you following yourself? Are you following the divine design? Who are you following? Life is not about you. It's not about me. It's about we. So sit with that today. Stand firm in who you are. What's meant for you will never pass you by. Unless you keep your head in the sand or you are awake pretending to be asleep. Don't be awake pretending to be asleep. It's not a good time. So be sure to anchor in, check into the foundations if you haven't already. Get into the group Rise and Shine with Morning Moon and anchor in with your daily wellness foundations. Download my free release foundations guide. The Circle of Life seasonal check-in is in there and the daily checklist for anchoring into your foundations. Download it, use it, love it, share it, live it. So it's how I've built the life I have. It's how I've stayed healthy. It's how I lost 60 pounds. It's how I got sober. It's how I have friends. It's how I built my business. These foundations are how I've done everything. And it all started in 2012 when I discovered the foundations from the Integrative Institute of Nutrition. So it's not like this has been something that happened overnight, right? You have to keep working on it. You have to anchor in every day, every day. So get it done. Do it. You got this. You got this. Stand firm. Stand tall. Walk with confidence. And if someone doesn't get it, wish them well and keep on walking, babe. God is good. Life is good. The sun is shining. So get out there today and rise and shine, and we will see you tomorrow, okay?